Howdy ho Stampers, Deb Valder here, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach, and today I want to show you how to use this beautiful background. We're going to do Poppin Pastels, and it is done with the Deco Wall stamp set. It's a background stamp. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you can use the little scallops going this way, or you can use them going this way. It's pretty fun to use. Here's another card that I did with the same fish set and with the same background stamp, but look at how gorgeous this is. It's a white ink on the Denim Days paper, and it's just simply gorgeous. Now the other stamp set that I'm using is going to be going away very shortly. It's called Artful Fins, and it is a bundle, so you do get the dies along with the stamps, and it's just a great combination. This is a lot of fun to use. Now today I'm going to show you how to use some of our water-soluble things. This is done with our splashes, and I'm going to use them in a different way rather than just splashing away at them. With this one right here, what I did was I used our beautiful gel pens, and they are amazing. So I colored them in with our gel pens, and it just came out really good. And then here I added some Journey Glaze and some sparkle cuts. It came out to be just absolutely gorgeous. So let me show you how to do this card today. We're going to start with a card base that is whipped cream, and we have a layer of oatmeal cookie, and then another layer of whipped cream cardstock. So we're going to work on our top layer of whipped cream cardstock, and we're going to use a clear pigment ink. And let me just grab that. Here it is. Here is our big background stamp, and with our background stamps you do need a block that is called the J block. All right, so the J block is the size block that you're going to need for these big background stamps, and they're just a lot of fun. So what I'm doing is just taking my clear pigment ink and inking up the background. Now you're not going to be able to see this because it's clear pigment ink. All right, so there's that. And now I'm going to add my little background stamp, or my little layer right here, and this is 3 3/3 by 5. And let me just grab a scrap sheet of paper to bring this in. And I'm doing the flat of my hand. You don't want to do this because you're going to get very uneven images when you do that. All right, so then I'm just going to take my sheet and lift it up. And like I said, you can't see anything because it's a clear pigment ink. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my large daubers, and I'm going to take one of my PanPastels, and this one happens to be the Cool Pool PanPastels, and like I said, everything coordinates. So on the bottom of my PanPastels, I always put my daubers so that I can use them just for this color. So I'm just going to take, I put a little piece of Velcro right there, and this sticks right to the Velcro, and we will just add it to here. And now what I'm going to do is just take and rub it along my background. So with PanPastels, you want to just pick up a little tiny bit right here, and then just start rubbing it on. Now, the level of pressure that you put on here will determine what if it's lighter or if it's darker. So let me just show you what I mean. The harder I go, okay, the darker it gets. And I'm just using circular motions to get all of this colored in. All right, and we're going to do this all the way to the bottom. So pretty. It is just so very, very pretty. And look at how nice and even with our new daubers. It just comes out so pretty, even better than using our sponges, because it just gives it even pressure. All right, there's a tool for everything, and these are very, very versatile. Look at how that just popped, and it's done with our pastels. Now this color happens to come from the Confectionary Days group, so it's the lighter group. Very, very pretty, very pastel group. All right, so the next thing I need to do is to stamp my sentiment, and I think I'm going to hold off on that because I'm not sure exactly what I want to send this card to, so I'm going to hold off on my sentiment, and then I'm just going to add my fish. So the first thing that I need to do is to stamp my fish, and actually what I have already done because I always teach you guys these. These are the folders that I keep my stamps in, and these folders are part of our storage system. So these folders go into my little carrying cases and whatnot, but they have a place for the dies and then the stamps. I keep them separated by these dividers. I just love this storage system. But what I also love is when I stamp something, I always stamp a whole bunch of extras. So that's what I do. And then I keep them in my folder so that when I need to get something that's very fast, I just pull it out, grab what I need, and there's the fish that I want to use right here. I just grab one and then I put the rest of them back in here for the next time I need to use them. So I just stamped it with black licorice ink, and I used the die to cut it out, and then we are ready to go. So let's grab an old block, and I just used some of our old blocks, some old blocks that I had, ones that don't have the grid marks on them, all right? And so I'm just gonna use those, and like I said earlier, I'm gonna use our splashes this time. Now these are water soluble, so that means that you can add water to them, and it works out really, really well. And to get that out of there, what I'm going to do is to take the top off and just put some color onto the block. Now, if I was doing a lot of it, I would take one of my, I would take an eyedropper and just suck it out of here. But because I don't need that much, I'm just going to take and put a little bit here and there. Make sure they're very well shaken up, because see down here, let me just go back and do that again. They have some glitter in them or some sparkle to them, and you don't want to miss out on that sparkle. So let's just make sure I did get some of the sparkle in there, because it makes it look so, so awesome. All right, so there's that one, and then I'm going to take the same with the Cool Pool and add some of that. Now you've seen me do this technique with our regular re-inkers and some Blender Fusion, but I wanted to show you that you can also do it with some of our other coloring mediums, all right? And that is what this one is all about, all right? So I wanted to just show you that I'm gonna use it with this one. All right, so now I need to get one of my blending brushes, and I think I will take the large one because we've got a large, I'll take the medium one, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to take the medium one. All right, so I'll take some of our little spritzers here and just spritz some water on it. Here we go. And that way there we've got a little bit of water ready to go. I'm going to take my medium blending brush and just pick up some color. So I'm going to start with the lighter color, and I'm just going to whitewash. So let's just bring in all of this color. There we go. And now I'm going to pick up this is the Turbo Teal. And it just adds a little bit of color here and there. And let's get some over on his tail here. Pick up a little bit more of the lighter one over here at the end. And pretty much done. That's how fast this is. And like I said, if you take and you color these, or I'm sorry, cut these out ahead of time, you're going to have a whole bunch that you can just do all at once. So it pays to do a little bit of work ahead of time. So if you've got all this stuff out, you know, just throw a couple of them together. Now, I know you probably can't see this, but it just glistens because of the Turbo Teal, and it's really kind of neat the way that does do that. All right, I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to grab some of I'm going to let that dry a little bit while I'm putting the backgrounds together. So like I said earlier, I have a whipped cream background, or a card base, excuse me. I have a whipped cream card base, and next I have my oatmeal cookie layer, and I'm just going to grab some of the Easy Glide and just put some Easy Glide on there. Like this. Okay, and then we're going to add this layer right here. Now, because this is such, now I wanted to show you, you could do your little scallops down or you can do them up. So I'm going to do this one just the opposite to show you how pretty it is either way. It just was really, really cute. You see, like that. And then what I'm going to do is just throw a little bit of hairspray on it because it is such a large surface and I don't want it to rub off anywhere. So I just throw a little bit of hairspray on there, let that dry, and then we are going to start putting our twine on there. So just grab some of my medium foam squares right here, and we're going to put that on the back of my little fish, and I'm going to add my twine directly to that. Now I know I don't need all of this twine, so I'm just going to take some bits and pieces of it, and I just make little loops. All right, I just want it to stick out from the top of him. So I'm just going to loop it around. This is the easiest way to do it. All right, and maybe one more. There we go. And then you've already got your sticky stuff to, let me grab my Grand Pro shears to cut off the twine. All right, and now I'm going to add just a little bit of my Journey Craft Glue, because between this and the twine, it might be a little bit hard to stick on. All right, now I'm going to leave this one blank because I do want to save it for my card rack, and then somebody can take and use it for any card that they want by just putting a different sentiment on it. All right, and that is what it looks like. So when we're all done and all is well and said, this is what my card looks like. Isn't that so pretty? Ta-da! I love it. I absolutely loved it. And I used a different fish in this one. Remember, there are so many different fishes in this group right here. 5 different ones, and they're all going different ways, so they're really, really cute. Here's one that has them going both ways, and then I just used the little pearls for their bubbles coming out of their mouth. Isn't that adorable? Well, I hope you liked my post for today. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me.